Have you ever woken up in the morning, stepped out of bed, and felt that stiffness in your knees? Or maybe you've tried to reach for something on a shelf and realized your shoulders don't move as easily as they used to. You're not alone. Joint pain is something almost every person over 60 deals with at some point. But here's the good news. Pain doesn't have to control your life. You might have heard people say, "Oh, it's just part of getting older." But that's not entirely true. Yes, our bodies change with age, but that doesn't mean we have to accept constant pain and stiffness. In fact, small daily habits, especially the right kinds of movement, can make all the difference. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So if you're tired of feeling like your joints are slowing you down, stay with me. Because in this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple exercises that can help ease joint pain, improve flexibility, and keep you moving with confidence. These aren't complicated workouts or exercises that require a gym. They're easy, effective, and most importantly, they work. Let's start with something simple. Imagine this. You're sitting in your favorite chair, maybe reading or watching TV. Now, instead of just sitting still for long periods, I want you to try a little movement, something called a seated knee lift. It's exactly what it sounds like. You sit up tall, lift one knee toward your chest, lower it, and then do the same with the other leg. Simple, right? But don't underestimate it. This small motion helps strengthen the muscles around your knees and hips, giving you more support and reducing strain on your joints. The best part? You can do this while watching your favorite show or even while talking on the phone. And if you're worried about balance or strength, just start slow. Even 5 or 10 repetitions can make a difference over time. Now let's move on to something that's not only great for your joints, but can also help improve circulation and reduce swelling in your legs. Ankle circles. If you've ever felt like your feet get stiff when you stand up after sitting for a while, this one is for you. All you have to do is lift one foot slightly off the floor and gently rotate your ankle in small circles. Do this in one direction, then switch. Then repeat with the other foot. It's a simple motion, but it helps keep your ankles flexible, improves blood flow, and reduces that feeling of tightness in your lower legs. And when your ankles are more mobile, it actually makes walking easier, which can help take pressure off your knees and hips too. You might be thinking, this seems too easy. Will it really help? The answer is yes. You see, joint pain often comes from stiffness, and stiffness comes from lack of movement. But when you keep your joints moving, even with small, gentle motions, you help them stay lubricated, strong, and pain-free. Now let's talk about something that affects almost everyone as they get older: stiff shoulders. If you've ever struggled to lift your arms above your head or felt tightness when reaching behind your back, you know exactly what I mean. And that's where our next exercise comes in. Stiff shoulders can make everyday tasks feel harder than they should. Reaching into a cabinet, putting on a shirt, even washing your hair, these simple movements can turn into painful struggles if your shoulders aren't flexible and strong. But don't worry, we're going to change that with an easy exercise called shoulder rolls. This one is incredibly simple, but don't let that fool you. It works wonders for loosening up tight shoulders and improving mobility. All you have to do is sit or stand up straight, relax your arms at your sides, and slowly roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Think of it like a gentle massage for your joints, helping to release tension and improve circulation. After 5 to 10 rolls backward, switch directions and roll them forward. As you do this, you might feel a little stiffness at first. That's completely normal. The key is to move within your comfort zone. Don't force anything. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. And soon you'll notice everyday movements feeling smoother and less painful. Now let's talk about something we all do every single day: standing up from a chair. Have you ever noticed that getting out of a chair feels harder than it used to? Maybe your knees ache or your legs feel weak when you push yourself up. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. This is one of the biggest challenges people face as they age, and it's a sign that your leg and core muscles need a little extra attention. That's where our next exercise comes in: sit to stands. This one is fantastic because it mimics something you already do multiple times a day. Plus, it helps build strength in your legs, improves balance, and reduces pressure on your knees. Here's how you do it. Start by sitting in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and your knees at a 90-degree angle. Cross your arms over your chest or place them on your thighs for support. Now, without using your hands, push through your heels and stand up as smoothly as possible. Then slowly lower yourself back down. If you find this challenging at first, don't worry. You can start by using your hands for a little support until you build up enough strength. Over time, as your legs get stronger, you'll notice a big difference. Not just in how easy it is to stand up, but in how stable and confident you feel when walking. Speaking of walking, let's talk about your hips. Hip pain is something many people struggle with, especially after 60. Whether it's a dull ache after sitting for too long or a sharp discomfort when moving, tight and weak hips can seriously limit your mobility. But the good news is, there's a simple way to keep them flexible and pain-free. Hip marches. This one is similar to the seated knee lifts we did earlier, but with a little more focus on strengthening your hip muscles. While sitting in a sturdy chair, lift one knee as high as you comfortably can, then lower it back down. Alternate between both legs, keeping a steady pace. This gentle movement helps increase flexibility in your hip joints, improves circulation, and strengthens the muscles that support your lower body. And here's a little bonus. Hip marches also improve your balance, which is incredibly important as we get older. Stronger hips mean better stability, and better stability means a lower risk of falls, something we all want to avoid. Now that we've loosened up the shoulders, strengthened the legs, and improved hip mobility, let's move on to another crucial area: your spine. Your spine is the foundation of almost every movement you make. Whether you're bending down to tie your shoes, twisting to grab something from the back seat of your car, or even just sitting up straight, a flexible and strong spine makes everything easier. But as we get older, our backs can start to feel stiff, making even simple movements uncomfortable. That's why this next exercise is so important: seated spinal twists. This one is easy to do anywhere, and it helps improve flexibility in your back while also relieving stiffness. Start by sitting up straight in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Place your right hand on the outside of your left knee and gently twist your upper body to the left, looking over your shoulder. Hold the stretch for a few seconds, then return to the center and repeat on the other side. You don't need to force this movement, just go as far as feels comfortable. Over time, you'll notice that turning your body, whether in a chair or while walking, feels a lot easier. Plus, keeping your spine mobile can help prevent back pain and even improve your posture, which is another key factor in reducing joint strain. Now let's talk about something that's just as important as movement: consistency. Doing these exercises once or twice won't magically take away your joint pain, but if you make them a part of your daily routine, you'll start noticing big improvements. Even just a few minutes each day can help keep your joints flexible, your muscles strong, and your body moving the way it's supposed to. If you ever feel discouraged, just remember this: movement is medicine. The more you take care of your joints now, the more freedom and independence you'll have in the years ahead. So don't wait until the pain gets worse. Start today. And if you found these exercises helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on how to stay active, strong, and pain-free. Also, let me know in the comments, what's the biggest challenge you face with joint pain? I'd love to hear from you and help in any way I can. Here's to staying strong, mobile, and pain-free at any age.